After delay after delay after delay, No Time to Die finally comes onto theaters, and it even took longer than Black Widow. So I am finally gonna review it. If you've seen that video I made 10 months ago, this is one of my most anticipated movies of 2021. So let's get right into it. Tell me in the comments if you've seen this movie, and if so, did you like it? Now sit back, relax, and let's begin. I mean, if you look at the Rotten Tomatoes score, you will see that's 84%. But really, I think it's even higher than that. Daniel Craig's performance as James Bond is probably the best of all 5 movies. If you haven't noticed, in each movie, his performance gets better and better, Spectre being his best till this movie. And in this movie, he does a really good job. You can see that Daniel Craig has really grown into the character, and the character himself has been written to be more human than Pierce Brosnan or the Sean Connery version. So I think that his character in this film is much more fleshed out. He is a great actor. All the actors do a really good job. I kind of wish some of them had more screen time, like Q and Moneypenny and M, but all actors, no matter how much screen time they get, rather that be really small or a lot of screen time, I don't think there's one bad performance in this movie. I also really like the dialogue. The dialogue in James Bond movies is probably the best part of James Bond movies. They just find these nice lines and good humor, and they don't have to make these big setup jokes as Roger Moore did. It just has to be the characters interacting with each other, or them saying something very catchy, or them saying something very humorous. That's where mostly humor comes from James Bond movies, and I really like that. And they do nice lines and some nice banter between characters that are pretty funny. And the music is from Hans Zimmer, and the way they incorporate Hans Zimmer's great music is that this is the last movie with Daniel Craig's James Bond. This is Daniel Craig's last movie, and it actually does find a good way to end his run as James Bond, and the music really helps with that. And it does make good use of its runtime. I think it's 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's pretty long, but it actually does a very good job making its runtime valuable. And before I go on to the bad, there's some mixed things about it where I don't know if it's really good or really bad or anything. So I'm just gonna add it to the middle of the review. And Staff, and it's kind of mixed for me. I mean, it's actually not a boring villain. He's actually pretty good. And I think the actor does a very good job playing him. But the problem is, he doesn't have any motivation. A lot of his story is left out. He's just another James Bond villain who's supposed to be very powerful and have an island, but they don't give him any motivation to be killing millions of people, and they don't actually give him a reason to do it, and they don't even give them an explanation of why he's so powerful, why he has an island of thousands of people working for him. No, he just comes out of nowhere and somehow nobody has ever found out about him. So it's a pretty interesting villain. I think that there's some nice scenes, and the actor does a really good job. Probably one of the best acting in this film, and probably the best performance from this actor. But I don't really think they give the character that much backstory motivation. So that was it for the good, and let me go on to the bad. And I don't really find that many bad things about this movie, aside one part, and it's basically how they use Spectre. Spectre is the main corporation that is supposed to be the main villain of Spectre. And if you think about it, they're the people who was causing all the problems in the last 4 movies. They're basically the main villains of the series, especially Blofeld, who's the leader and supposed to be really powerful and the main villain James Bond series. So put that all together, and it's a very powerful corporation that has been the main villain this whole time. And then they just easily get wiped out in the first act of the film. Like literally every single person who's in Spectre goes into this one party and all of them dies. Like all of them. That makes no sense. Why would all of them be at this one party, first of all? Second of all, I'm pretty much sure there was more than just a few of them. And third of all, they're supposed to be the main antagonists of the film, so just to have them be wiped out so easily, that doesn't really seem right. It doesn't really feel right, and there could have been better ways to do it. But other than that, I think I'm good with this movie, so let's go on to the final ranking. I'm gonna give this a 9.5 out of 10. This is a really good movie. Some parts of it frustrated me, but I just appreciate that it's not playing it safe. It's actually being a little bit different while still being a familiar James Bond movie. It has everything you like about James Bond movies, and they put it in this one movie. And I think everything you like about James Bond movies is done really well in here. So I think it's just a solid entry and probably one of the best Daniel Craig James Bond movies of all time. And thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe and click the bell, and you can get notifications for new content and get more videos like this one. Please tell me in the comments if you've seen this movie, if you want to see it. If you have seen it, did you like it? This is Schofield Studios, and have a great day.